Extraordinary leaders understand the language of motivation. It's the way ideas are created and things get done. But keeping that motivation for yourself and your colleagues isn't always easy. Our next guest can help. Carmine Gallo wrote the book appropriately named Fire Them Up. He's got the 7 simple secrets to get and stay motivated. Good morning, and thanks so much for joining us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on.
It was interesting to note that only 10% of American employees say that they really love their job. It's hard to believe that, but 90% of people are really disengaged. So how do you take that 90% and get them motivated?
You don't want to be in the other 90%. That's right. Americans are uninspired. They're discouraged. They're disillusioned. Not only in the workplace, but in schools. 7,000 students drop out every day. So, of course, there's a high level of discontentment out there in corporate America and in schools. And yet each and every one of us, you and your floor director and your news director, everybody has people within their sphere of influence who they can inspire, motivate, positively influence if you learn the language of motivation. And as a former journalist, that's what I took it upon myself to try to go out there and learn what is it that great business leaders have, entrepreneurs, educators, what do they have, those men and women who are inspiring, that we can learn from.
Right, exactly. So how do you inspire the folks that aren't inspired right now? Because step number 1 in your book is to ignite your own enthusiasm.
It starts with you. It starts here. You cannot inspire unless you're inspired yourself. I'm a communications coach. I work with a lot of corporations. I can teach you rhetorical skills on how to give a better pitch or presentation. I can't teach passion. Richard Tate started Cranium by scribbling an idea on the back of a napkin, but his enthusiasm was so contagious that he attracted investors and partners and employees to join him for the ride. And when you meet him, it comes across, but it all starts in here. You have to have the passion first. Otherwise, forget the rest of the 7 simple secrets.
Exactly, because you got to find the fire within you, because that's what's going to keep you going. And in regards to that going on, you've got to have a vision as well. A
vision that you can articulate in 10 words or less. The greatest visions are short, concise images of a better future. When the Google guys went into Sequoia Capital, they had a very complicated technology, but they told the investors, we're going to give you access to the world's information in 1 click. Venture capitalists from Sequoia Capital told me when they heard that, they got it immediately.
It worked. It talked about the search engine, helping people get the information. And in regards to that, that's important to keep in mind. You talk about rule number 3 right here. Sell the benefit by putting your listeners first. Think of the other person.
It's not about you, it's about them.
Right.
Every single, and you're a journalist, so you know this. When I was in journalism, first day in graduate school, they taught me, make sure that you answer the question, what's in it for me? Because that's what your readers are concerned about. Why should I care?
Right.
So if you're trying to promote or encourage a vision, or you're talking about a product, or you're in a job interview, forget about what's in it for you. What's in it for your listener? That's what they want to know.
All right, selling it, getting excitement. You got the vision, now you're selling it. Now paint a picture so I guess they can really remember it too. This is step number 4.
Telling stories.
Right.
Stories are so powerful, and yet they're underappreciated in corporate America today. And we have a whole chapter on the Ritz-Carlton and how they tell stories each and every day through all of their staff meetings. They tell stories of outstanding employee customer service, and it gets people motivated. But they start with telling stories because it establishes an emotional connection with people.
All right, Fire It Up is the name of the book. We thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Getting people motivated to get it done.